Rob, thank you for joining us. Finally, we're sitting here on the end of a deserved 3 points. Can I get your thoughts on the game first?
Yeah, it's a tough first half because they make it really difficult. We're a good team, Stevenage. But then, we stay consistent, we do the right things, and then we get the reward. Obviously, disappointing to concede from a set piece because we've been working really hard on them and been excellent. But they are a massive, big, powerful team, and but the reaction to go again, and obviously, I personally, I think Stevenage could have had a couple maybe, but I think we could have had 5, 6s, 7s by the end. So, really, really good performance, but we just got to move on Saturday now. That's where we're at now, business end. We just got to keep going. One thing I will say and make clear is that you only get those wins and them performances by being consistent and taking the rough with the smooth. And we come away from Bolton really disappointed from a couple of deflections that cost us the game. Amongst other things, by the way, we weren't brilliant, but overall I thought we're scoring goals, we're defending reasonably well, and we're getting punished. But if you stay consistent, you keep doing the right things, it does turn. And I felt tonight we got what we deserved, probably not just for tonight, but the last couple of games. So, and the Wrexham game as well, with all the decisions. So, really pleased with the lads, so proud of the lads and the group. So, we just need to take the positives from that, understand why we got the performance, move on to Saturday.
Yeah, fair play to the lads, because it must have been a real hard moment when Stevenage did equalise, because you've got, the memories of the past 3 or 4 games where we've scored and then conceded almost instantly. And I can imagine there must be inside of players had a great deal of panic and almost just get really upset because you think, oh no, it's happened again. So massive credit has to go to the players for their fight and determination to keep going and eventually get us the deserved 3 points, as you say.
Yeah, apologies for my barnet.
That's right.
It's freezing out there. I'm sweating. Just incredible. Like individual performances, I don't think you can really pick anyone out. I thought everyone was exceptional in what they did, we just have to make sure that we stay consistent and keep moving forward. It's good that having Junes and Cammy to come off the bench and Ty changed the game, to be honest with you. So to be able to maintain a level or increase a level was fantastic, and to be able to enjoy young players, 19-year-olds in Cammy. Bradley Abraham was exceptional yet again, being able to watch 2 young centre halves in Radders and Charlie. With Dion behind him and Jojo, who's had a difficult time, but football's changes quickly, and Jojo's come in and he was, again, brings that calmness, brings that mentality, and he was fantastic. It's just about making sure that we keep consistent, we move on to Saturday, but we've got to have belief in the fact that we will get results and that you have to win every moment of every football match. You can't allow moments to dictate what you do and why you do it.
Yeah, and we're going to have another 2 games in a row here, but no better way to sort of bring the momentum up, bring the sort of morale up than celebrating 3 points in front of the fans like that. So it's going to do wonders, isn't it?
Yeah, apologies for my fist pumps with Ty. I'm terrible at them. But no, it's brilliant, obviously, to see the fans' reaction at the end, seeing clapped off. And do you know what? Yeah, we've had a couple of moments away from home, but the home fans especially, and like the atmosphere and the performances at home, I think have been very, very, very good, even if the results haven't always mirrored that. And then away from home, we're such a threat, but we need to manage moments better. So, no, just really pleased with everyone at the club. But I don't want to get too carried away because it's another foot forward, and that's it. This group that we've got together now are really bought in. They're doing everything we're asking, and they're brave, and they're young, and they're hungry, and they're inexperienced, but they'll get better by working hard and sticking to the principles. And what I love tonight, like Ty, for example, when you look at Cammy's goal, which is just incredible, but watch Ty. If you have the chance, watch Ty, watch his work rate. He covers the whole side of the pitch to put the pressure on, to then put the defender under pressure to make the pass, and then Cammy obviously does what he does. So we're scoring good goals, but it's all through our work rate, it's all through our intensity. Rushy was just incredible tonight. I know we were disappointed he didn't score, but no, that Rush Murphy is anything he wants to be. But he's got to keep them levels, and he needs to realise how important he is for the group and the team. And really enjoyable to watch, despite it being such a tough game, because Stevenage break the game up. They take their time. They've got good forward players. Kemp's an excellent player. The defenders are experienced and aggressive, and I thought we managed them really well at times, and I thought they were good. But I thought that would be the most difficult game. So to get 3 points against them was, I'm really pleased, because they've got a very good team and they're well managed and well set up.
Yeah, and we, as you say, we are scoring goals for fun at the moment, but also do want to give some credit to the defence. I know, obviously, we have conceded a fair few goals recently, but we're actually defending a lot of actions really well. And that back line, obviously you've got the experience doing Conroy in the middle, but like Ben and Charlie, they're 2 really young centre-backs. But they just look so comfortable playing at this level obviously Ben's been let go by Derby. Obviously Chaz, we've gone from, the other end of the scale, Wilston coming up, and they both look so comfortable at this level. How pleasing is that for you to see?
Yeah, but it's just their character before anything else, Ben's a real winner, like he is, and he's a monster. He looks after himself. He's so professional. Same with Charlie. Like Charlie Barker, really, when you come into the start of the season, if he'd have played 10 games, you'd have said that's a good season for Charlie. In fact, he's actually playing every week, and we're hanging our hopes on him. And actually, you don't even single him out because his levels are so good every week. And his things he needs to improve on. He's in possession at times, and sometimes the organisation. But like he's 21, he's playing League One football. He's been exceptional. Ben's added to the group massively. Dion, it's gone under the radar, Dion's return, because you have conceded goals, but Dion's managed his body after 5 months with no football. We're still only 6 weeks into his recovery. And he's just trained 3 days and played every single minute. So, that's a proper captain. And he might not be the Terry Butcher type of captain, but there's different types of leadership, and leading by example and being a good person and keeping the values of the club is what Dion's doing. So, he's going to get better and better. And, with Rory coming in, obviously, he's going to add to us. We've got Benji there. We've got Flinty coming back, hopefully Toby. So, 2 young lads, don't let anyone take your place. But also, we just need to know that it's a squad that wins games. The squad won the game today. Everyone.
Yeah, and obviously, as you've already mentioned him there, Joe came in, done a great job, obviously made a couple of really important saves. Unfortunately, I think we can confirm that we're probably going to lose Max for the rest of the season. He's going to have to go back to Brentford for rehab for an injury sustained during the game that he somehow managed to keep playing through. So, yeah, obviously a big shame for him, but that'll be a real confidence booster to Joe to come straight back into the side and play like that.
Yeah, we got a lot of stick for time wasting, which is, the referee accused me of telling my players to time waste, which I've never done in my entire life. Coxey played with a torn hamstring or torn injury for like 25 minutes, not amongst other collisions and whatnot. So, yeah, look, that is what it is. It's gone now. But I think ultimately the performance was good last week. I know people won't agree, but it was. With 2 deflected goals and another contentious incident that that takes it away. But that performance leads to this, and it's the mentality of the players, the fact that they still kept going and still did the right things, from Burton to Mansfield to Wrexham to Bolton to today. We've just got to keep putting it together for 95 minutes and 98 minutes or whatever it is. So, yeah, genuinely really, really pleased, really, really proud. But that's what I want to see. I just want to see young, hungry people, young, hungry group who are just going at it, giving absolutely everything, because we know when we do that, we are more than capable of not only just winning games of football, but win them in a way that we want to win them. And that was what was so pleasing today.
Perfect, thank you.
Right. You mentioned Ty's contribution to the final goal. Just want to mention Will Swan's touch for the first goal. I mean, Will Swan, obviously, he's been playing wider now. He played left, I think, on Saturday, and he's played right tonight. Well, just talk about his contribution.
Swanee's gone under the radar in the fact that he works so hard. He's never really played this amount of games before. You probably argue, and Swanee probably wouldn't mind me saying, he's been more of an impact player as he's gone through the ranks at Mansfield, but he's got a definite goal threat, and we found ourselves in a situation with injuries that we've had to manipulate the team to get Swanee in it, but also have that attacking threat where we've got 3 strikers on the pitch. But Swanee's work rate just sets the tone for the team, and he does so much for the group. Not many strikers not many number 9s will go and play left wing back away from home and at home and run up and down and give absolutely everything. He had a sore tight fire today and he was struggling, but he come in, he did the work, and he put himself available. He could have easily have said, "Oh, I'm struggling," but he didn't, and he went out there, and then obviously that sublime touch. And we haven't seen the best of Swanee yet, but I still think he's been excellent. So really pleased with him. Toller as well. Toller probably wasn't at his best today, but ultimately the first 40 minutes, 45, 55 minutes, he did his job for the team. He wore them down, he ran them, he had a great through ball to Rushy. But again, Toller's been playing football in England for 6 months at most, and there's a lot of development here with these players, but unfortunately with that there is always going to be a bit of inconsistency. But as long as the consistency improves, then we just work towards the end point where we are exactly where we think this young talented group can be.
Yeah. You say you got booked. Can you tell us what that was for, or you don't want to talk about that?
I don't. It's just getting ridiculous now. I know Aaron. He's a good full official, to be fair. He's a nice lad. But it's a clear handball, right? Well, for what I perceive it is. I haven't seen it back. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's consistent decisions, like Brad Abraham getting booked in the 13th minute for not stopping an attack, nothing. He said, ref said he's kicked him. I was like, what? He stamped on him. I was like, no, he just went to tackle him and kicked him. I was like, Okay. So you're just like, look, I get it, and they got the highest job in the world, and I genuinely have all my respect. They genuinely do, even if it doesn't seem like that. But it's just frustrating when you get booked, because at some point you do lose your temper, and I'm a young manager and I need to control that more. But it's just frustrating that it's tough enough for us in this league, isn't it? Let's be honest. To then have the decisions we've had go against us, and then the consistency, because we're a possession-based team as well, and we're not the most physical, I feel like we don't get the protection. And then when you see it turn around the other way, it just doesn't make sense. So, it's one of them ones where it's not as horrendous as I make out, but it's just frustrating. And ultimately I should learn to control my temper a little bit more. But you also have to make the point, because I think if it's right, it's right. Just as much as I criticise the lads, criticise myself. But overall, what I was pleased with today is nothing. Brad's reaction from the yellow card to be able to maintain 90 minutes was exceptional. It's elite mentality. But I'm pleased that for once we didn't have a contentious result that decides points, because that's the most frustrating thing. If teams hurt us and break us down, and we should do better from the corner, that's fine, that's on us. But when you get in contentious match-winning decisions, when Wrexham, for example, etc., that's the hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, and the results seem to have gone your way tonight in the other games. So you're 3 points off safety now. How important was it getting this win with these 3 home games just to give you a real boost?
Yeah, look, you got the toughest test on Saturday with Wycombe, but we have to. Like, the home form's always going to be massive. We've had a tough run, had a real tough run away from home, and the scheduling with it and the fixtures. So, but again, we just need to make sure that all we can control is this. We can control our recovery. We can control our mentality towards Wycombe, and then I think what we have got now is we've got good choices within the middle and within the squad. With Liam coming in, we'll get him up to speed, etc. And hopefully Rory coming back in, players coming back fit. So it's going to be tough decisions. We've obviously lost the extra sub because the club, we let Raf go to Dagenham, which is right for him, because he was a homegrown player, but it's right for him to continue his career because he wasn't getting the opportunities here. So then, it makes the selection, we have to go without a goalkeeper to get 6 players, and we have to maybe go over goalkeeper in games where we feel it's necessary. So I'm sure I'll get that completely wrong, but I'll try my best to get it right. And I just think the biggest thing is the lads won that together, every single one of them, the whole squad in the dressing room after the game, which is what you want to see.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rob.
Harry, thank you for joining us. Finally, we're sitting here on the end of a deserved 3 points. It feels like it's been far too long since we said that. Can I get your thoughts on the game first?
Yeah, no, very, very overdue that. We've put ourselves in unbelievable positions over the past few games to win. Unfortunately, couldn't get it over the line, but today, we dug so deep and we wanted it so much to get those 3 points tonight, and luckily we did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe it really, but the only word I can think of is it looked like the lads were almost playing with a real sense of anger out there of just, come on, we've deserved so much from these last few games. Walked away with nothing on far too many occasions, and it was just like it was never going to not happen. Obviously when Stevenage equalised, we all thought for a moment it might as the game sort of ticked on, but real sense of determination out there, wasn't there?
100%. That's it. From Saturday against Bolton, we had so much desire today to get the 3 point. Like, we should have come away with so much more the other day. So like you said, we were all angry on the pitch, and we put that into the 3 points, and we got there in the end.
Yeah, and I think you translated your anger into your goal, to be fair. I'm not sure you can admit it any harder. When the ball falls to you in the edge of the box, there must be a million things running through your mind. But
no, it's only one thing.
Only one thing,
yeah,
just absolutely laces through it. Great strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? I had one very similar last season in the Cup against, I think it was Charlton here. Fell for me so perfectly. And again, as that was dropping, there weren't a million things in my mind. I was absolutely going to batter that one.
Yeah, fair play. And it obviously set us on a good run for a minute, and then obviously we equalised again. I said to Rob, it was so impressive from the players to bounce back from that, because at that point, surely the memories of the last few games where we've sort of scored, obviously the Wrexham game, the Bolton games where we've scored and then conceded so quickly, it must be quite a mental challenge to overcome that and just think, right, forget it, we need to go and get the winner now.
Yeah, but that's football. You've got to be mentally resilient. Like, you're not gonna keep a clean sheet every single game. So when they scored, even though it was only a minute or two after, that's football, and we've got to be mentally resilient, and we were. And then to go on and get another 2 goals, I think that shows how strong we were tonight. Yeah,
and it's nothing more than we deserved. It's just a great feeling, isn't it, to sort of get the monkey off of your back, sort of is the saying I think that will be thrown around, of just we know we've got still a big challenge ahead of us, but wins like this, it felt the same after Mansfield, didn't it? Just to kickstart that sort of run that we're hoping to put together again is huge.
Yeah, but you know what? Even though we've been on the wrong end of some results recently, like I said earlier, where we've put ourselves in such unbelievable opportunities to win the game, we're still so confident out there. We know we can turn up at any place, home or away, any stadium in this league, and do to teams what we've been practicing on all week on the training field. And we've all got the confidence that we can apply that to anyone in this league.
Yeah, and we are scoring goals for fun at the moment. Obviously, 6 goals in the last 2 games speaks for itself. So
that had a lot more tonight as well.
Yeah, exactly. But that must give a real sense of confidence, as you say, knowing that we are going to these places, obviously doing it at home as well, but scoring goals, which is ultimately what we're going to need to win football matches.
Yeah, no, exactly. We create a lot of opportunities, and we're quite big on XG here. And when you actually analyse the XG we've created against teams where we haven't really scored as much, I mean, we're still creating chances at the end of the day. The last few games we're starting to put them away. But I mean, even tonight we could have scored so many more. So we just got to keep building on that and hopefully keep the ball out the net at the other end.
Perfect. Well,
cheers. We all know what you can do going forward, but tonight I was particularly impressed with how good you were defensively. How much do you enjoy those because there was a lot of tackles that you timed absolutely perfectly. How much do you enjoy that part of the game?
I love it, honestly. Like nights like this, nights like tonight where there's a little bit of rain and it's a little bit wet, you can just absolutely fly into challenges. And honestly, I love making sliding tackles. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's great just to get a result you actually really deserve as well, isn't it?
No, exactly. I mean, the spirits are so high in that dressing room now, and we've got so much momentum going into Saturday now. Yeah. And hopefully we can do again what we've done on Saturday tonight.
Yeah, you've got a few games. All the home games coming up, apart from Wickham on Saturday, are all sort of teams in and around you. And with results the way they've gone tonight, you're only 3 points off safety. It was the perfect way to sort of kickstart that run of home games, isn't it?
Yeah. But to be fair, I don't know about the other lads, but I'm not looking at the table at all. And even the opposition we're against, like it doesn't faze any of us. It's just another game that we got to get past, and we're not going to change for anyone really. Like we've seen how we've played. Like we have been on the wrong end of some results, but the way we've played in games recently, we can do what we've done against anyone.
Yeah,
so
brilliant.
We're not fazed at all.
Thanks, Harry. Well done tonight.